And if you hadn't chewed through that cage.
Yo, man,
Something wrong with Mike Epps.
Mike, hey, you know what's wrong with Mike Epps is Wanda Sykes. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with Mike Epps, man. She's so incredible. This show, The Upshaws, is available now on Netflix. It's called The Upshaws. Listen, you're going to laugh at least every 3 to 5 seconds. And one of the reasons why is we got the creator, the executive producer, and the star of the new series with us right now. DB, please run it down, man. She's friend of the show.
Okay. Hey, sorry about that. Sorry, having some technical difficulties over here. But she's been on the show plenty of times. She's a citizen. We love having her up. She was a writer on the Chris Rock show, and she made appearances in some of his movies like Pootie Tang. But we love her and her work as a comedian, as an actor, as a writer, as a producer. I mean, she does it all. And she's back with us today to promote the new show, The Upshaws. Please welcome Wanda Sykes.
Wanda!
Wanda! What up?
Hey, y'all.
What's
Hey,
up?
What it do? Family?
How you been,
What's up?
Wanda?
I'm good. I am good. We are number 2 in the U.S. right now on Netflix.
Hello.
God is good.
That is great.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, man.
I was actually rewatching episode 1 and saw that you was up on that scale. I was like, damn, man, she's number 2 in the United States. What does that mean? Like, is the deal already done, or do you get residuals when you?
You know what? I'm waiting to see what that means. You know, hopefully we get to season 2. Hopefully we get to season 2.
It's a great dynamic how you set up the Upshaws. I want to talk about that, but first, personally, man, how you been, Wanda? How you pandemic, quarantine, and now we're here. Now we're in May.
I am good. I got me and my wife, both of us. We got vaccinated. We all good. My parents are good. Family's been good. So I'm just ready to get out here and touch some people and get back on that stage and tour. That's what I miss all of that. And I'm telling you, I'm just sick of standing outside, standing by a fire pit, chilling out with friends and stuff. I'm sick of fire pits. I smell like a rib.
You know what?
Done. I'm over it.
You over the fire.
She said she smelled like a rib. I'm dead. Listen, I love the smell of ribs, though.
I wake up hungry, like, damn, some ribs. What the hell?
How did the quarantine? Did it make it challenging in your relationship, or it made it better?
You know what? It was challenging, but we just had to have a talk. I was like, look, sometimes I'm gonna slip up and call you an MF because it's just you're the only one I've been around, and I like to say it. And sometimes, we gonna have to start talking to each other a little differently. Sometimes, but it was funny. Like you get to that part where you like to snap. We just go, okay, it's the quarantine, but you just got to catch this one right now, But it's all good.
Okay, Wanda Sykes is here. HB, you want to holler at Wanda?
Yes, Wanda, what's up? It's Heather. I just want to say thank you. Like, I follow you on Instagram, and what I love about just watching your story and watching, like so much that you share, I just want to just say thank you for just being a champion of other artists, and other creators. We've been in this movement lately where people are talking about, help somebody, look out, I got your back. But like you and Tiffany Haddish and just certain people out there, I really see y'all doing it. Like, I don't think people realize becoming an EP and creating these shows, the process of getting it all together, then going to pitch and trying to explain to other folks that greenlight these things, why these things are important, and what you had to go through to get to the point in your career where you're able to go through those doors and get it done is so dope to see, Wanda. So I just wanted to say thank you, like just personally thank you, because I've always been a fan, that, but just watching all that you do to help other people walking these projects through and being a part of walking these projects through is just really, really dope to see. And congratulations, Wanda, for real.
Oh, thanks, husband. I appreciate you. I really do. And I just live by like when you're blessed, it's your duty to bless other people, you know,
Amen.
and that's just how I live, and so it just thank you. I just want to say thank you for
Of course.
getting it, you know, and it is a process to get these projects out there, but man, I just love that. Like when you do get something, you know, to go, you get the green light, that you've just created thousands of jobs down the line, you know, and I just love that. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
You know, and it goes. It's very widespread. I was actually, to Heather's point, had a conversation with Chris Rock. He was a writer on the show. You guys are great friends. And I was telling him, hey, I'm going to be speaking with Wanda. What are your thoughts about Wanda Sykes and all that she is? And he made an interesting comment about you, and I'm going to play it back. Wanda, I know she wrote with you at the Chris Rock show, and you guys done things in the past. She's incredible. She's like one of my favorite, too.
Wanda Sykes is top 5 people to ever live. And she's smart. Like Wanda can, you know, Wanda's got real, you know, she's a real producer. You know what I mean? Like, you know a motherfucker bad when they can solve your problems. You know what I mean? Wanda can solve your comedic problems.
Really? So you could sit on the couch and say, man, my jokes ain't landing or I'm not connecting, and she could assess it?
Yeah, she's like that. She's like that. She's amazing. And she's just a good person, man.
Wow.
Wow.
Talk about flowers.
It's a lot of wows.
That's, man, that messed me up. Wow. For real. I mean, you know, it was so funny. Chris and I love that dude, and we, you know, we had real talks, and but wow, I didn't know it was that deep. That's pretty freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Oof.
Take your time with it. I was trying to make you cry, to be honest with you, so.
So I had troublemaker Wanda.
Oh boy! Wow, yeah. That's got to marinate for a little bit. Jeez.
Yeah, man. We could play a song and come back if you want us to.
Play Tears by the Force FDs.
Let's go. You know, but I thought it was powerful when he said that. That sat with me. I was like, I gotta play this back for her. Was there someone for you coming up that was the who could help solve your problems that you could go to?
You know what? And it's not even if you hadn't played that clip. If you asked me, you know, how did I get here where I am right now, I definitely would have given it to Chris Rock. I would have said Chris Rock show that was the catapult. That was the thing. Not just to put me on, but all the information, man. Like everything that I know about TV and film and producing, all those skills I learned at the Chris Rock show. And that's how, you know, Chris set it up like that, man. It was like, this dude was like a farmer, man. He grew everything, you know. It's like, you know, it's like we wrote our stuff, and then he gave it the green light. So now you got to go produce it. You got to go cast it. You got to, you know, go out and film it, and then go edit it and put it on. So, like I said, everything was from that dude's show right there. So, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, here's a funny story about the Chris Rock show. When he hired me, right? He told me, I don't know if I should even repeat this, but he hired somebody else at first during the pilot that he thought was me, and because he told the dude, he said, look, Matt, he said, this female comic opened for me. She was really funny. I want her to write on my show, on the pilot, and the guy hired somebody, and he told me, I'm so glad that we got, you know, that the pilot got picked up because we hired somebody that I thought was you. And he said, so we sitting at the table the first day, and I looked, and I was like, that's not her. And he was like, what? You said? He was like, I'm sorry, but that's not her.
What the hell?
You know what?
Did you ever meet this woman? Who the hell was catfishing? Wow.
Oh, man.
It's rough out here, yo.
It's rough out here, yo. Wanda Sykes, boy, I tell you. Hey, The Upshaws is available on Netflix. I'm going to keep saying this during this conversation. Number 2 in the country. Today, let's make it number 1 in the country.
Let's
the Upshaws.
Let's go. Let's
Citizens.
do it.
Let's go stream that thing. Stream that thing. Stream that thing. The Upshaws.
Hello.
Yeah, Tracy. Trigger.
Yeah. Wanda, I'm curious because we're hearing from your peers, and there seems to be so much camaraderie in a way with comedians. And I think about with a lot of artists, like yesterday we were speaking about Lil Nas X, and he was admitting how he felt envy when it came to Billie Eilish. And we've spoken about other artists in the past, whether it's saying they don't listen to anyone's music because they don't want to be influenced, they don't feel pressure to compete with somebody else, you know? Did you ever experience that? Like hearing another comedian just get a lot more laughs than you maybe when you were on the climb and being like, damn. Did you ever have to figure out how to rid this relationship with envy?
You know what? It's different with comedy, I guess, because it's like I can't do somebody else's jokes. You know, it's as far as like what their style is. You know, like I'll be honest with you, like comics, they do have that thing where it's like, man, this dude or whatever up there getting these jokes, getting these big laughs off of these cheap jokes. What the hell? You know, and it gets to you, but you know, you just have to do what's good for you. Like I just can't do certain type of material. It's just not how my mind works. So I just had to deal with and just be comfortable with myself and what I like to do. And if I'm happy with my performance and I'm happy with the material that I'm putting out there, it makes me feel good, then if I'm only performing for 1,000 people, I got to be happy about that. You know, I can't go, oh man, I should be in an arena. Well, you don't have enough people who want to hear what you're saying to be in an arena. But I'm happy with those people who are there to see me and want to hear what I have to say.
Word.
You know, but I love seeing comics win. I love seeing comics sell out, you know, arenas and all that shit. I love that because it's overall it's good for comedy. You know.
Love it. DB, you wanted to jump in?
Yeah, if you don't mind. Wanda, I wanted to ask because recently when we all saw Dave Chappelle call out Comedy Central about the contract that he signed and how he felt that he was owed a lot of money from the success of the Chappelle Show. And it made me think about when you stood by Monique when she was calling out Netflix for basically the same reason about how she felt she was being lowballed for the comedy special she pitched to them. And you were one of the few people who stood by her side and was like, yo, she's right, you know. But the thing is, in a way, it felt like Monique got some backlash, or some people thought she might have been, you know, wrong in her way of going about it. But everybody praised Chappelle for calling out Comedy Central. So I don't know if it was like a double standard, or I just wanted to get your opinion on why Monique sort of got pushed to the side while everybody sort of praised Chappelle.
Oh man, that's beautiful that you pointed that out, because it's exactly a double standard. It's sexist. It really is. And I wasn't gonna let people, you know, drag Monique and you know, and tell her that, you know, she wasn't, you know, it was basically saying that she was crazy, you know, and they tried to make it, just calling her out her name, and it was just wrong. And I wasn't gonna let, you know, leave her out there like that, because she was right. She was absolutely right.
You know, we had Monique on the show, and you know, definitely open up the platform to hear her voice. Monique was the first person to ever put me on nighttime TV. So
wow.
She was the first, and I've never done it since. I didn't even desire to do it, only with her. And then she was the first person to embrace me. The first cameo on a TV sitcom I ever did was on The Parkers. What was my name on that? What was my character name? You remember, Heather?
Yeah, Sway. No, it was Corey.
Corey. It was Corey. It was Corey. Okay, yeah, I was Corey. But I played Sway in every other cameo. Yeah. I killed it too, Wanda. I was nailing that dude. And you know how it is on set, man. Not everybody is cool with you, and nobody was talking to me. And Monique took me in her dressing room while she was putting on her makeup. It was like, baby, and I was like, Monique, I don't know what I'm doing. Baby, don't even worry about it. Just read. And she embraced me in my first acting scene ever.
Wow.
Was with Monique. And so I'm always going to have her back. But I think that was a great question, DB. And Wanda, thank you for taking that on. I want to talk about the Upshaws, too. One of the things I like about, Kim Fields. Oh, man. You got Kim.
Another one.
Kim Fields.
Of course.
Talk about how did you select Kim Fields? How did that come about?
An audition. We were, we were looking for our Regina, and it's so funny. I was going into the building, for the audition, and somebody, threw the horn at me, and I turned, and it was like, "Hey, Wanda," and it was Kim Fields. I said, "Hey, Kim, what's up?" And she's like, "Girl, I got to find a parking space, and I'll be up." And I was like, "Okay," because I had read the list as far as who was coming in to read, and when I turned around, I was walking up the steps. I was like, "Oh shit, Kim Fields is coming in to read," and I was like, "Oh my God, Kim, what?" And at first I just thought how beautiful that was, because someone of her stature and with her resume, I was like, Kim Fields should be offer only. I can't believe she's coming in here to read for this, or chemistry test, and I'd never met her, but I felt like I'd known her for years because I'd seen her on TV all these years, right? And she came in and she just blew it out the park. She just killed it, and I knew right away. Oh, she's Regina. That's it.
Okay.
And what excited me was that it just opened it up for us writers, like where we could take that character,
Mm-hmm. I like the dynamic too. Like when I look at shows, like let's say like Good Times, my family emulated Good Times. Kind of these shows kind of inform us on how we can be potentially in a family dynamic, even though they're not reality. They're sitcom shows, but the Huxtables, the Cosby Show, all of these things kind of gave us ways to aspire to be like, the Upshaws has a very real undertone to it. It's a family with about 3 kids, and then it's a you have a mother of another child from a previous relationship as well, and it definitely reflects a lot of what we've seen growing up. But how did you architect that dynamic? How did you decide, okay, we're going to have a outside relationship with a mother who has another kid? What made you decide to write all of that in there?
Well, when I met with Mike, and he told me he wanted to do the show about working class family in the Midwest, I just talked to him more, and because I was like, I'm not from the Midwest, so just tell me a little bit more, and tell me about your situation. And I told Mike, I said, Mike, look, if you're gonna be in the show, and I need to take a little bit of your life to create this character that you want to do, that you want to play, and so I drew some some stuff from him, and like everybody has that. If you don't have that situation, somebody who's in that situation. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to make it about, just make it feel current, like how people are living right now. And Mike said something to me that that kind of like solidified everything. He's like, Wanda, like people mess up and people make mistakes or whatever, but it's just life, and it's like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? It's just you just got to keep it going, keep it moving, and he's like, you just gotta keep loving your family, and just love who you with and where you're at, and just and just keep going. I'm like, all right, okay, so that's the tone of the show right there.
Yeah, and then you and Mike, they go at it. Their characters go at it like Esther and Fred G. Sanford.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that too. I was like, okay, let's do Esther and Fred. Let's go. Let's do that.
Oh, y'all killed it. Shout out to LaWanda Page and Red Fox.
Absolutely.
Come on. We got to do that.
Absolutely.
We're going to make this the #1 show in the country, The Upshaws on Netflix, citizens. We got to go to Netflix. You got to go to Netflix and watch it. The Upshaws. Wanda Sykes is here. We have a couple callers. Andrew in Denver been waiting a long time. Appreciate you, Andrew. Grand Risings.
What up, Andrew?
Hey, Drew.
How you doing, Miss Sykes? Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I just want to give a shout out, man. Back when you were in Down to Earth, my father and mother and I went to see that. Now, geez, I probably would have been in high school around then. But you created a hell of a memory. I know your part wasn't like the starring role, but you stood out and you made us laugh so hard. And then listening to this conversation this whole time just made me solidified how beautiful a spirit you have. And I don't have social media or anything, so I don't get to see you do all these cool things they're talking about. But yeah, your spirit shines. So just wanted to give you that compliment, Miss Sykes.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. That's just beautiful.
Hey, Drew, you watched The Upshaws?
Huh?
You watched the show yet?
No, sir. I just graduated college, man. I was a single dad. I've been grinding, so I haven't watched a whole lot of TV, but I'm about to get at it now. I graduate tomorrow, so.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Congratulations. Yeah, you ain't even got cable, so hey, you student. I'm like, how you even got Sirius XM? What's this, the free trial? You good?
So I call and resubscribe it every time, tell them I'm going to leave if they don't help me out. So they always give me the same special. So we're good.
Oh, damn it! I should have interrupted them, man. So I feel like that's going to affect my paycheck somehow, Andrew. Hey, you're a citizen. You're a citizen, man. All right, let me get him out of here.
Morning.
Okay, we got Shaida. Is it Shaida?
Yes.
Yes, Shaida in PA, Grand Risings. She's a citizen.
Hey.
Good morning, you guys. Sway, Casey, Heather.
Hey.
Hey.
And Sister Wanda.
Good morning.
What's up, beautiful rainbow child? Well, I'll make it short and sweet. Some of us are born gay because we start off as blank, and then it can either go one or both ways, or sometimes it gets physiologically messed up because of all the drugs and then chemicals that we are assaulted with on a daily basis in the land, food and water, and psychotropic drugs. They're trying to make us transgender and everything. And I want to say much love and courage for the people who have come out, because I wasn't born gay, but because of mistreatment by men in my family and my father since I was born, sexual assault and incest and all that, domestics when I began dating and my children's father, I wanted to turn the other way, but I do like penises, and more than that.
What you got? What's your question for Wanda?
I just want to say I am glad for your courage to come out, all of you, Ellen, everybody, the whole world, because the thing that kept me from switching sides is I didn't want to get beat down or killed or harassed by homophobic people. And that
Sway, man.
fear of that was more.
Okay. Shaida, I'm not sure you have a question. Shaida, you have a question? Oh, okay. Wanda, I don't know where that was going. Could you make a skit out of that?
We're gonna put her on the prayer list.
Jesus on the main line. Tell her what you want.
Yeah. So I didn't know the food and all that and the water is makes you gay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah. I'm just glad she didn't blame it on the vaccine, because we need people to get vaccinated. So yeah.
Let me try one more, Wanda.
Don't blame it on the sunshine. Blame it on the moonlight.
Yeah.
Blame it on the boogie. Everybody fault, damn it.
Wild.
James,
Wow.
bring us home. Bring us home, James.
Oh, okay. That's a lot on my plate for that one. But I just want to say, Wanda, I've been a big fan. Like you said, since I first seen you in Down to Earth. But I want to say for the show, I thought you did a great job. I saw a lot of shows that are trying to do nowadays have been lacking just for the simple fact that when you try to add audience, I feel like they do like gimmicky jokes. I thought everything from the show was really great as far as I thought it was relatable. I have a son, and I'm also married at the same time. So, and the son's not with my current wife. I thought that was really realistic about, you can have a break and have a baby from there. And even with his oldest son being gay, I thought that was relatable, that you can still love your son and not understand it completely, but that doesn't change the love you have for it. And even with the kids cussing, I thought that was realistic because kids cuss. I was cussing at 13, 10, and 11. So I thought everything about it was good. And even the laughs that y'all were doing, y'all weren't doing it for shock value. You weren't doing it to play to the audience. You were just doing it comedy. And it wasn't Martin and Pam type of back and forth, but I agree it was Fred Sanford and Esther. So I really agree. I like the dialogue between the two. So I thought you touched everything that was realistic. And even a current situation was realistic. Like, he working at this place, and he just do dumb stuff. And then when she had enough, she ain't just go to the next episode and forget she took his money. She kicked his ass out, and he had to earn it back. So I binge watched the whole thing, and I thought everything was great. I even know the plot for the end, which y'all doing for season 2, about the little girl. I won't spoil it for people who ain't seen it, but I thought y'all what y'all needed to do. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was great. I didn't turn it off. I saw all 10 episodes, but
wow.
To me, when I feel like
you binged. You binged and took notes. It sounds like you can write a paper on this. I appreciate it, James. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, it was important for us to really make it feel real. I wanted these scenes to breathe. Because sitcoms, it's a rhythm, that blah blah blah, laugh, blah blah. And I was like, no, we throwing that out. Let's just, we'll make a joke where it feels natural, where how people talk. So I'm glad you picked up on all that and appreciated it, because that's what we were trying to put out. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you too, James, for the type of caller that you are, man. You a citizen, brother.
Yes.
Jesus.
Super citizen of Sway in the morning.
Man.
We needed that balance right there. Yeah,
reset the tone.
Yeah, he brought it back, right? Okay, cool, man. Wanda can leave this conversation happy. All right. I ain't fucking with Sway no more. That motherfucker.
For a minute, I was like, after her, I was like, shit, play that Chris Rock drop in this.
I'm done.
Hey, wow. Hey, Wanda, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. And continue success. You're a national treasure. And the Upshaws it's funny like you want it to be. I miss this kind of funny. I miss this kind of writing, basically. I miss this kind of acting. Mike Epps, congratulations, man. You knocking that thing out the park. Kim Fields, the kids. It's a great ensemble. And so I suggest citizens, let's make it #1 in the country, The Upshaws on Netflix. Wanda, thank you.
I love y'all so much, man. Thank you so
Wanda.
much.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Love you too, Wanda. Have a great day. Tell your wife we said hi, okay?
Yes.
We'll do.
All right. Wanda Sykes,
All right.
y'all. Take care.
Thank you.